All right, so podcast number three. I was gonna discuss accountability, you know, um, for firefighter ground stuff, but I just decided I'm kind of not done discussing our documentation and documents and lack of. So I was I'm trying to get this through to you guys, but when I initially, as for the um, ex, ex, oh personnel file, the person yeah the personnel file I asked for since I wasn't there anymore, and of course no, I got told no. I had to we had to foil with labor lawyer, so of course that's not gonna be that simple and it's gonna cost money, but typical LWB, you know what I mean. So basically, once I got it, started going through the lack of documentation, the lack of the BVP exposures, none. You know what I mean? And the TBIs, none, not one. So then I started looking through. So we what about 10 years ago we had a bad accident on the interstate. There was in it's where this one is 6 lanes, and it was in the center lane, 6 lanes, and so um, so we, um, so yeah, and so how we operate typically was one guy in a fire truck, and it's probably still that way, but whatever. Up there operating, there's only two of us, or you know what I mean, or whatever. And I'm trying to put out cones to begin with, just to protect our scene of the guys, because there's nobody coming to help. You know what I mean? No volunteers coming to help. There's no volunteers, and the ones you do get, you don't want around. So I'm putting out cones, and I think I was yeah. So I put out cones, and and this is kind of my fault, but I was putting out cones to kind of make sure that the basically went from three lanes to one. And so I was putting these cones out, and next I again, um, I feel like, well, I got hit. I got hit by a car going by. Now it wasn't like flying; it was just 15, 20. But I can tell you, I got hit because I watched the mirror in the car start dangling after that. You know what I mean? So, and again, I had full turnout, everything on except for no helmet. I don't think I had a helmet on, but I had full turnout, the vest, everything on. You know what I mean? So, and I know I know the guy has seen me because his mirror was dangling after that, because I just cleaned out the side of the car. So finished doing, finished working, getting these the patients all I don't know how to say the proper word. So you know what I mean, getting them on the ambulance, and so ambulance, and so and so once we got them all loaded, I walked over to the trooper. I told him what happened, and he was like, he just was, totally flabbergasted. And I can't believe you got hit. And I'm like, yeah, but it wasn't like fast. I'm like, he's like, and I told him, like, it was like 20 minutes ago. He's like, 20. He's like, why didn't you just come over to me and tell me? I'm like, we have a job to do. You know what I mean? We have a job to do. I'll come to you when I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to come over, and when my job's done. So he's like, I'm like, I said, did the guy stop? I expected him to stop. Did you go talk to him? The guy's like, nobody stopped. He's like, he's probably drunk. All right, he's probably drunk. Well, he never stopped. But the state trooper was all like, just like so like worried about me and upset, and whatever. I mean, just worried. And so I told him, like, listen, I was wearing what I'm wearing now. Where you know what I mean. I can let you look at my body, but I don't think there's anything going on. It wasn't very fast. Told my boss. Told him exactly what happened. And again, typical LWB. Let's say, like, you have 2 heads or 3 heads, and not one time did he offer anything, zero, and not one documentation. Not one time in that injuries of that one. I don't understand why, especially when you say, hey boss, hey, this is what just happened. And I just don't get why they won't, they won't document, on that one. I mean, You know what I mean? Not one documentation on that one. You know what I mean? When you go to them and say, "Hey, this is what happened. I got hurt. I need documents," and they basically sweep you under the rug, and that was the complete opposite of the trooper. Trooper was all worried about me. You know, not my boss. My boss, they could like care less, which I really don't understand why they're like that. But again, that's just something else I just started thinking about with like I said, I was just thinking about starting to do accountability, but I think, you know, like I just want to finish a little more documentation. Guys, bosses out there, make sure you document. You know, like I said, you know what I mean. If something happens, you know, and then like, you know, again, guys, make sure you tell your boss when something happens, and then make sure you get the paperwork. You know, don't entrust these, like, you know what I mean. Again, I just hope we're not. I hope we're the only people around, like, you know, department around like them. You know what I mean? Where there's an utter lack of anything. You know what I mean? But you know, like I said, I'm sure as I like start like getting my brain thinking on other stuff, I'll start thinking, you know, a little more on things, and you know, like when I say things like you know, more like injuries or, you know, exposures, or and you know, and I got thinking the other day. I think last time we talked, I said probably 50 more of those BBPs that never came. And my guess is probably 100, if not more than 100, should have been documented. I mean, it was probably once a month, and you guys know our job. You're gonna get stuff in your blood, in your, you know, and BBPs in you, on you, and you know, when you tell your boss document and zero happens, disturbing, disturbing. All right. So now we're going to discuss a little bit of accountability, or lack of accountability, and you know, and I think I'm not even sure how I want, you know, some of these kind of start talking about accountability, but you know, I guess maybe fire scene accountability. Yeah. The reason I'm kind of snickering is because LWB doesn't have any fireground accountability. There's no accountability. Which you would like how? Well, pretty simple. When volunteers don't come to help, you know what I mean? And like we're just talking about, the ones that do come, you really don't. You know, I don't know if you want them around. You know what I mean? But so there's options that we could have done on different things, but and I wanted to like say that, like, you know, I think they were gonna get every volunteer. I think they probably already did it, but radio, you know what I mean? And every radio, so it's anytime you turn it on, it pops up their name. And so I said, I think I was talking to who was gonna do all that, and I said, so you're gonna get radios for the career guys? Oh God, no. That's what I got told. Oh God, no. It's too expensive. What? Too expensive? Yeah, radios cost a lot. Went to our union, and so told them that. And the union, like, Dell, radio shows all morning. So you're basically saying it's okay to have a major safety concern, major lack of accountability because of money? Well, I'm not sure. I think he got offended by that comment, but the truth hurts. You know what I mean? When you just said it, I didn't say it. I brought it to you. I said what probably should happen. And typical L22223, you know, they're not going to do anything to just, you know what I mean? When I told them that, you know, instead of, you know, doing proper thing, all they did is, well, they cost a lot of radio. They cost a lot of money, you know. The radios cost a lot of money. All right, costs a lot of money. I get it. I mean, I guess I don't get it. I get it, but I don't get it. But and yeah. So let's just, like I said, we're talking about like fireground. There's such lack of that, you know, accountability. And then I think I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, there was the other ones going to talk. And we're discussed two two in, two out. We're gonna discuss, and two in, two out, and with that, I'm not sure what I was gonna talk about that one. Two in, two out, but oh, that's right. Two in, two out. That means, you know, two in or one in, nobody out. You know what I mean? Zero. And that's how they've always operated. LWB has always operated like that one. You know what I mean? So basically, they're saying, yeah, you know what I mean. And I went to our union with that one, and I got running around again. I got totally, you know what I mean, just totally running around and you know, on that one saying, you know, what the, you know, you know, or you know, there was always, well, the MTO said, or so and so, something's going on here, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? But like I said, so